Okay, so hopefully everyone can hear me okay. As always, let us know in the chat if there's any issues with that. So yeah, we're back. So I can see there's a few people in chat who have been with us for a short while, but for anyone who's new here, who's just seen the Connect, basically Crayta is a collaborative game development platform. We're coming exclusively to Stadia this summer, and we'll be yeah, so that was our sort of big announcement. So that's really cool. It's really nice to sort of finally be out there and be able to start talking about it. The idea behind this stream is we're gonna run through playing one of our builds here. So we're going to be playing some games with some of the staff. We're going to do some interviews, and then we're going to jump in and actually start making a game at some point. So I'm just going to jump across to everybody else so we can see. Should be able to see we're in here. Technically, we're going to sort of do our best. Obviously, we're making the best of the sort of the current situation, having to stream all this from home. So you'll have to bear with us if the quality gets a little bit choppy here and there. Okay, so hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Real. So I think the first thing we're going to do, let's jump in. I think we should play a game of prop hunt. I think prop hunt's always a good fun one.
I think that sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Hey. We can do it on the big card.
Yeah, I'm going to launch the menu, but you guys can launch however you feel best. So, yeah, how does it feel, guys? How was that was a pretty good connect, right? You're all excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting times. There's a lot of stuff coming to Stadia at the moment.
I think my heart rate and blood pressure twice. So yes, it's still exciting. All right.
Cool. Okay, I'm just getting
How many else we got in here?
my controller linked.
Oh yeah, I forgot my controller.
Yeah, the controller's it's quite a nice controller to be playing on.
I'm the hunter then. I don't know if you want to possibly explain a bit about this game.
Cool. Yeah, I can jump in and shout a little bit. So, prop hunt, we've basically got one hunter, which is you, Sean, trying to hunt down the four of us who are currently playing. And we can turn into props at any given point, sort of like hide ourselves away. We have to move every so often though, because there's an exposure meter at the side, which if we stay still, will start to fill up. Once it hits a certain point, we will start beeping.
I didn't expect to do a good shot.
I jumped over somebody else. That was brilliant.
Oh wait, really? There's someone else now.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
Yeah, you got me to you.
Oh, hello, traffic cone.
Oh no! I thought you'd gone the other way.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay, so now I've been caught. I can sort of flick through, try and watch the action. Oh no,
No, because I'm too good. I want it already. So
well played. So yeah, so I mean, we'll play this for a little bit longer, but this is one of the games that we have made on the Crayta platform. So again, just to sort of reiterate the fact that Crayta is a game development platform. So we'll show the editor a little bit later on, but from there, sort of from within the Crayta editor is where we'll be building some games and things.
And not all of us can make games as pretty as this.
No, this is a particularly beautiful environment, but I think that's kind of one of the best things about Crayta is you don't need to sort of be amazing at art or necessarily amazing at level design. Kind of a lot of the tools and the sort of facilities we've made available to you. Oh no, that was a bad time to stand up.
Oh, sorry, Russ.
I
think I sniped you while you were talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Stream snipe. Yeah, so it's the sort of thing that we've built this editor to kind of enable anyone to make games. That's sort of been our philosophy from the start, and obviously we'll show that off a lot more later on.
yeah. Okay. There's always a particular part of this level I know you can sort of sit around in and sort of scoop around corners to see where the hunter is.
The many hours of training in this game really pay off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How much have you
There-
played this, Robin?
Too much. Too much.
Mad skills.
Should we introduce who we are as well? Would that be something worth doing?
Can do, yeah. So I guess, as I say, we're kind of exclusively just got staff in here at the moment. As you should be able to see from the screen, I'm Russ. I'm one of the game developers and community managers. So Adam, do you want to kind of introduce yourself and pass it on to someone?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Adam. I'm another game developer and community manager, so similar position to Russ. And basically a lot of the games you see here today have been made by either me or Russ or a couple of others at the studio. Over to Sean.
Yeah. So I'm the UX and UI developer. I make the nav menu look nice, as well as with our big team of UI designers we've got. Over to Robin.
No.
Who makes the magic happen?
Who just got shot? Makes the magic happen. Hi, I'm Robin. I'm the QA lead. I make sure that the game doesn't break, which hopefully it won't today.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And then who else is here? Joachim's here.
Yeah, I'm Joachim, programmer, and I generally just try to make things run a bit faster.
Which is always
Also-
useful.
He's also the native Office Viking.
I have to have at least one in the studio, right?
Oh, let's go.
All right.
I'm
Oh.
like mop
I got
man.
arguably the worst prop for this.
What would that
I
be?
got best prop.
Oh no, I've committed to my position too soon.
That's fine. Hannah's not in this chat, right?
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so.
That's all right. I don't know. There's
Okay.
only one room I can be in.
Oh, there's a box just came into my bathroom.
Wow!
I didn't say what kind of box.
Yeah, that's helpful, Russ.
Yeah. Oh, every spot's been taken.
Right, I'm going to risk a run out because my exposure meter was full.
Sorry, which toilet was it that we're all hiding in?
The one on the right, if you're looking at them.
Oh, got it.
I feel like this game might be slightly improved if the hunter wasn't AFK at the moment.
That's a good chance. to
Oh,
quickly-
no.
Robin,
bait,
you lied
the
to
bait.
me.
Hunter is very much here now.
Robin is very much not AFK.
Go away.
No,
Go away, Hunter.
no. Okay, no, you can kill me. Actually, I need to try and do some audio stuff.
Do the toilets dance? Is that a general question about the whole game
I mean, they can
just-
do with enough
or life?
effort.
Do the toilets dance?
If they don't, they should.
I mean, last time I checked, they didn't. But
See, Law Adams loitering somewhere.
Oh no, I loitered too long trying to answer a message.
Oh no, you're too loitery. Don't worry, Hannah's quite far away from you.
Oi, Sean, don't give away any hints.
I'm helping you.
Well, you're helping Hannah. She's listening too. You're giving like a warmer, colder thing.
I've lost where you are now, so I can't help either of you.
Oh, were you watching me on the CCTV?
I'm trying to. Oh, that sounds
Panic.
good.
Panic, panic, panic.
Hot.
No, go away, Hannah. Go away. Go away, Hannah. You didn't see. You saw nothing. You didn't see this.
We just need like the whole Yakti tag speaks now.
Oh wow, I actually managed to get away from Hannah there.
Can you do it for another 5 seconds?
should be getting game
Yes.
audio through the stream now, so
Yes, I can.
you can let me know if that's working.
Oh, nice one.
Is that the first prop victory today?
So far. So far. Okay. I want to be Hunter again because that's quite fun.
Okay, right. I'm going to do my best to try and monitor the chat. Obviously, once I get all the little hiccups sorted out. But hopefully we should be getting game audio now.
I think I can hear you.
Yeah, so one question, just kind of quickly scanning through. So are the preset weapons when making PvP? Do you have to design them yourself? So there'll be some sort of stock assets, some sort of like we call them packages, which will come with gun mesh and various things to make them work. So they should just be able to drop into your game if you wanted to. But there's also nothing stopping you getting one of your own meshes from the store and sort of coding it up in a way to behave however you'd like. So I've kind of turned various props into like a sort of gravity gun type weapon before, just completely from scratch. So yeah, you can kind of, when it comes to weapons and things, yeah, there's nothing stopping you making them entirely from scratch on your own.
Oh, is everyone in this room? Is this a prop party?
Oh no! Quick! Right, I'm going. Oh, I shut through the door.
I was watching the stream and then, oh no.
Like this radar. Oh, you.
Subtlety is not our strong point today.
The best tactic for the hunter is just to hold control and walk very slowly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think as a prop, you've really just got to keep moving. Like, you can't assume you'll be able to stay still for very long. Okay, so we've got quite a few people in here. Got quite a nice range of outfits and customization, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
I always find myself admiring the view outside the window in that lobby. I always think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm getting a bit stuck in someone here.
I'm really the best prop for this.
Wait, go, go, go.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! I stayed right, but no.
Can't
I need
hide
to-
from me.
I need
Oh,
to
wait,
stop answering
there's
messages
two.
and actually run away.
There's multiple people who are the same prop.
Ooh.
So whoever's that version of the prop is making themselves very obvious. I guess not obvious enough for Rob.
I can
That's it.
sense danger. Ah,
That's
I knew it. I
That's
knew
it. Jump
it.
over the prop in the middle of the corridor. Oh, what?
You told me that you were the same prop.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I did myself.
Gave yourself away.
Right. Now.
Okay, I'm going to do my best to just slide around and try and keep you in view, but I've lost you already. Oh, darn. Literally walked into you as I said it.
I don't like the look of this axe. Now.
Okay, so I've got a one-on-one.
If I was Joachim, where would I hide?
Oh,
Oh, I heard a toilet go.
No!
Oh no, it's the first one. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so one thing we've added to this is if the hunters were to shoot any of the props that wasn't actually a player, they get disabled for a few seconds just to try and stop them from sort of shooting everything and chancing it.
Right, can you just kill Joachim so I can join back in, please?
I'm
Thank you.
trying.
Yeah. 55 seconds.
To put
I
the
can
pressure.
do this.
I'm going to try and find you actually on the cameras.
He wasn't the toilet. There's too many props right here.
Ah!
Nice.
That was good. Is lockdown on there? This version.
Lockdown. Oh, that's a good point.
I believe it should be.
Should be, yeah. Should it be one of the latest versions from Live Team as well?
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely give that a go.
The last issue was that UI thing that I think is fixed now. So.
Okay. If not, I'm sure we'll just glance over it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there be a skeleton in the bathroom? Yeah, exactly. So again, I guess just to kind of reiterate the sort of development side of this. So this is a game, so this is Prop Hunt, as you see, but this is a game we've made in Crayta. And one of the sort of things we decided that would be quite cool is if all the props were actually random. So each time you play this level, the environment itself is actually randomized with some sort of set variables, which we've written in sort of the Lua scripts. Oh, there's a hunter. I'm going to concentrate for a second.
Oh, you just saw me, did you, Russ?
No.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Please don't stream snipe. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So again, we've managed to, you know, this is a game that we've made on Crayta. So if anyone else wanted to make their own version of Prop Hunt and have their own sort of rules and things, then that's sort of totally possible. We'll be showing the editor side of Crayta off after we've played a few more games. I think we'll probably play a couple more rounds of this. I can see that John's joined us.
Yeah. Prop Hunt is always good.
Prop Hunt is a good fun one. We'll perhaps come back to it in a bit if we get a few more people involved. Right, I'm being a bit brave now. I'm just going all over the place.
I sniped someone coming out the toilet. Is that allowed?
Snipe.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Just me and you, Russ.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hiding.
One really fun little mechanic of this game is the fact that you can hear doors opening and closing from across the office. I see you, but I can't catch up. No.
You can't catch me. I'm a toilet.
Are you a toilet going to disguise
Oh, I actually
yourself
lost
in
him.
the toilet? No, wait, what? But I'm looking at a toilet. It's a real toilet.
Is it though?
Ah, my friend.
Is that is lucky.
Is that a real
Even the
toilet?
full slip.
What?
I'm trying to find out where he is. Oh, where are
Thanks,
you?
Sean.
Ready?
I need.
What?
Oh, I see him.
Ah, I was hoping you'd shoot the other one.
I counted one toilet in this meeting room.
There was one toilet in my meeting room earlier. Always on top of how many receptacles are in your meeting rooms.
So it looks like the chat's just kind of really hung up on this skeleton in the toilet thing. So.
I mean, it's a pretty good place to stash your skeletons if you were to have them.
It's true.
Not that I don't have skeletons. I'm not saying I have skeletons. Please don't check my bathroom.
Especially not the skeleton-filled bathroom.
Yeah, you just use the guest bathroom.
Oh, speaking of skeletons. Oh, nice, perfect.
Yeah, go on, Sean. Walk on straight past me.
It's because there's someone being very obvious.
Oh, okay.
Can't ignore the obviousness. Oh, that was a legit toilet. I don't trust the toilets in these games now.
Oh, is that
yeah,
in the
hi,
reception room?
inconspicuous mob in the middle of the corridor. Oh, wait, that's a real mob as well. Oh, no.
So that's always a pretty good tactic, is to find a similar prop and hide next to it.
I thought I understood the rules of this game, but I've been bamboozled. But someone has not moved in a long time.
That wasn't.
And is rapidly opening and closing doors.
See ya. Oh no, I'm stuck. I saw you get frozen. I was trying to get past you. Oh, that's probably a very good point. People have just pointed out the exposure time is actually sat behind me on the overlay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No.
So, but yeah, it's kind of right behind where I'm sitting. There's a bar. You were back on the next round. I'll slide out the way, and you should be able to see it.
I think I've just met an identical prop to myself. It's really cute.
So that's probably. I guess.
I did, yes. Which one are you, Adam?
Sorry?
Sorry, I was going to say, while we're talking, I mentioned about the UI. That's what one sort of big part of Crayta is. All the UI can be sort of made. Kind of, it's all kind of creator driven as well. So all the UI we see here was made by Adam. I think you've kind of had some guidance for it from one of the artists, but you've kind of put all this together yourself.
I can't take all the credit for the UI here. One of the artists at work actually helped out, but generally the gameplay, yeah. Did you explain about all the UI being HTML and CSS?
Not yet,
well?
no.
Okay, well, there's a good segue into that.
So I thought you were going to run with it. Yeah, but basically,
oh, no, sorry, I meant.
Yeah,
I
so one of the artists sort of designed up this UI, and then Adam's taken that, and then using the sort of the inbuilt tools in the editor. So we've got sort of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, those sort of things. We've built this UI up, so each game made on Crayta can have a really unique look and feel when it comes to especially the UI elements. I'm just going to slide out of the way here. So just here, the bar.
We'll see.
And then when that fills up or hits a certain point, that's when it will start alerting the hunter to my position.
I didn't really think about how the UI would be behind you as a little corner of the screen.
Yeah, so I had thought about kind of putting the game slightly smaller, but then I didn't know necessarily where to go, where the safe areas would be. But maybe we'll sort of tweak things for next time. As I say, this is all, especially kind of given the current sort of global status, being at home, this is all a little bit hurried together, and kind of obviously the connection's not going to be great because I'm on a home internet and that sort of thing, but hopefully it's holding up all right for now. And each time we do this, we'll slowly get better. Right, how have I not been shot yet? I'm really not concentrating. I'm just...
Because I'm talking about chairs and toilets still, hang on.
Oh, okay, so you're hunting.
There's more important things here than shooting you.
There is. I think after this round, we'll maybe play one more round and then we'll jump to a different game.
Yeah.
Aha!
Right, something
I saw
else.
someone.
Oh, it wasn't me. Oh.
No.
Is
I think I'll
anyone?
let someone else get away.
I'm wondering about one of those two fridges looks suspicious. I don't actually know. I'm not feeling on any predicate.
Aha!
Hiding in the lift is the number one strat.
So, Sean, you reckon one of these two fridges? I've seen two fridges here before and they've been correct, so I'm a bit... I'll try it. Nope. Okay, it's just JJ. Now, he's very tall, so he should be easy to find. Except for he's probably a bin. Or a toilet!
It's always a toilet.
We've had quite a lot of toilets so far. Until
We
wins.
have.
Okay, so I think let's go one more round and then we'll jump into a different game. Maybe we'll try Lockdown, just to give a different feel.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
that's a game I'm good at.
Cool. So that's one that I made, but I haven't actually played it for quite a while, so I'm probably not going to be too good at it. Okay, hopefully I'm the hunter this time. That'd be quite good to show that perspective. Nope. Okay, right, Joachim's the hunter. Let's go.
First time ever.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
But will he finish all of us off?
Oh, pee-pee.
Oh, I committed too early.
Is this similar to other prop hunts in that the hunter takes damage? So if the hunter shoots a non-player prop, they get stunned for, I think it's 3 or 4 seconds, and can't move or shoot again.
Would like to expand on it a bit more. I always remember my favorite prop hunt was the Paris mod one, where if you stood still, you could press like left key, I think, or something, and you can make a random shout, and it just drives the hunter insane. It's great. Let's try and do something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a fun thing with prop hunt is it's been like it's a sort of game mode that obviously got made on Gary's mod, I believe, but then it's kind of been adapted for different versions. So I know Call of Duty did a version for a while, and it's kind of a fun format to play with. And it just inherently looks hilarious when you've got props sliding around.
So what, Joachim's 50 seconds in and he's already got most of us?
Yeah,
That's quite good at this then.
it's me and JJ.
Joachim assumed JJ's a toilet.
So oh no, I'm gonna get shot. Yeah, so Marcel in chat says, did I catch right that Crayta is a bit similar to Dreams, where the players can create their own games and certain assets. So it's so I guess the sort of from the top, Crayta is a game development platform which is coming to Stadia. So this is one of the games that we've made in Crayta, and a bit later on we'll jump into the editor to show off kind of how Crayta works and what we can what sort of games we can make and kind of how quickly we can make them as well. The idea is we're kind of trying to bring game creation to everybody, so make it really accessible. You don't necessarily have to be a really experienced game developer. You can kind of jump in, pick this up, and hopefully sort of make some games quite quickly, which is good fun. Let's just do one more round of prop hunt while we get ready for the next one. But yeah, so we have a lot of sort of a big library of assets to build games from. So various materials and meshes, sounds and effects. As I say, we'll jump into the editor after we've played a couple more games, and we'll show all that sort of stuff off.
I see you, Mr. Megaphone.
Oh.
Is there a physics platform for falling stuff explosions? So we do have physics built in, so you can sort of select various entities and enable physics on it to have it sort of act under the laws of physics, and you can adjust certain things like the mass, so how much gravity would affect it. But you can also, through our coding API, because there's sort of a coding level to Crayta as well, you can and sort of interact physically through that. So you can attach thrusters to things, you can sort of turn things into sort of flying entities through that. There's a lot we can do with the physics there, which is quite cool. Cool. Oh, that was a very fast round. Right, shall we jump into a different game?
Too easy.
Okay, shall we jump into a game of Lockdown?
Yes, Lockdown, best down.
Let's see how this works. Okay, so I guess a quick summary of Lockdown. So this is a game that this is one that I actually worked on. The idea is that it's kind of like a team shooter, but with each round having a slightly different objective. So this is the sort of tutorial area. Here it kind of showcases some things that we have, like destructible voxels. So for example, let's go pick up one of these thermite charges. Again, you might notice that the UI for this game is very different to prop hunt, and that's down to the fact that we're able to generate and create our own very unique UIs for each individual game. Okay, so I can press it. That's going to set off a timer. That's going to blow a hole in this wall. So again, that's an example of our sort of destructible voxels. And then in a second, that should heal itself. So there's quite a few things we can do. I say, because Crayta comes with this sort of Lua coding side, it's quite flexible in the sort of the range of things you can do. Doesn't mean you have to do any coding. You don't have to understand Lua to make games. We're trying to make it so sort of anyone can make games. I know. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, that's basically it. So Crayta is a game development platform. So what we're doing here is we're playing some of the games that we've made. I don't know if you guys want to come in and sort of get into the game that's going to start.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was too busy answering questions.
Yeah. So all the games that are made on Crayta are playable on Crayta.
I just realised there's like a little crackly radio background.
Yeah, I found that, to be honest, it's kind of one of those weird things that I found that sound in the library, and that kind of triggered me to think about making the that tutorial area.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like the UI is all gone crazy. So you have to ignore some of the UI on this. We are playing on a bit of a development build at the moment, so there are going to be little issues here and there. This is a round of VIP, so whoever's defending is going to have to defend me, keep me alive, and the attackers have to come and try and take me out.
Oh,
There's
you
a-
have got the UI issue.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Oh, it's my favorite UI issue. The barricade one.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it shows off all of your UI at once.
It
really.
does. It's a barrage of my
Guys, look at everything.
my UI skills. Cool. So you defenders who are stuck in the roof still need to come down and save me from the onslaught of attackers.
Let's bust this with my trendy looking goggles and.
Yeah. Have you got breaching equipment?
No, I've got a machine gun though.
I've got a shotgun. Let's go.
Okay, you
I've got
guys. I'm gonna go hide in the bath if that means anything to the defenders. You should know
That really helps us as the attackers.
it does.
Does it? I don't know where there's a bathroom. And
Oh, no. I'm in the master bedroom.
He's lying. You must.
I don't know the layout of this officer. Oh,
Oh.
gosh! Is there friendly fire? Just so I can just keep holding the trigger button.
There's.
Ah!
BRB was killed.
That's what you get for trying to defend yourself.
Yeah, I got one of you. Where was my defense?
If the UI is still bugged, I try reloading because I'm not seeing it at all here.
Okay, no, it's fine. I suspected. Yeah, it's fixed itself now. I've respawned. It's just that initial
Yeah.
load.
It happens on times. So yeah.
Cool. So we've got a good 3-on-3 here. So who am I with? I'm with JJ and Joachim. Right. So you
I think that
guys.
is the best gun.
Okay, we like bear traps. Bear traps are pretty good. Grab a shotgun. Okay, cool. Right.
I just realised is the UI on the side slightly curved to look 3D?
It's slightly skewed, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, to try and just make
I
it
enjoy that.
look a bit more interesting. Right, I'm going to place this. Yeah. Let's get another one of the steps here to stop that sort of flank. So this objective this time, where the last one was VIP, this time we're doing a secure the area. So it's like your sort of classic domination rules.
I'm sticking with Sean. He's the most bright.
And I've got the biggest gun.
Okay, I'm going to knock a little peephole here.
Okay, they're very. I don't know the layout of this place.
Let's barricade this door.
Oh, I can hear
I can hear the
barricade.
barricading.
Okay, cool, right. So they were over there. Oh, I'm getting shot from the back.
Is that an enemy or a friend? I can't
Storm
tell.
in. It's an enemy. It's an enemy.
Oh, I'm taking damage. Where's that from? Oh, no. Okay, so attackers are capturing now.
This is my favorite gameplay style. Is just holding down the fire button. Machine gun. I am heavy.
Are you telling me I need to do a weapon balance pass? Okay. Cool, so that's 2-0 to the
Well done,
attackers.
attackers.
That's one more round for the attackers and you'll probably win.
We've got some time left in this, right? I've only just managed to get in. I've been answering questions and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's 3-0. Okay, so the score didn't quite work for some reason, so I need to look at that. You guys have won. So that's fine. It will start a new round anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 7 of us in here. This might be the most people I've ever played Lockdown with. So this will be interesting. So we've got 4v3.
Quick. Emote the team on the other side.
Okay, so all the UIs all over the place again, but never mind.
Yeah, this is a fixer, right?
So, okay, 4v3. So,
I blame the developer.
Yeah, Russ.
yeah,
Ross.
my bad. Works on my machine.
Yeah.
Classic.
Take it, Robin. You got the right idea.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do distraction.
Okay,
Okay.
right. So now we need to try and find where the objective is. So this time we're defending a sort of a computer that the attackers need to come and sort of plant a data just like extractor on. It's kind of like a reverse. So you guys have to come and plant the extractor, then defend it from the defenders.
Does someone in particular have the extractor? Or?
No, anyone can run up to the computer. If you have to find the area it's in first.
Let's go, fellas.
Cool.
Let's go around the back. Let's go around the back.
Oh, all right, give away our tactics.
Sorry, we should be using cooler.
Cool.
Sorry, they're going around the back, are they?
Yeah, so just for ease.
We'll run you the worst ops.
Looks like we've got a strong defense going.
What, by roaming outside?
Oh no! I was peeking out the door. Okay. Cool. Right, so Robin's in there, defenders. It's in the room with the fallen down bridge.
Oh, thanks, Russ. I hadn't actually seen it.
That's fine. I feel like it helps my team as much as your team.
Probably helps you more.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to defend it.
Oh no!
Right,
someone they're passing from a machine gun.
oh, that's you. I don't think they actually managed to plant it yet. That's good.
Ah, that's what was that?
Was that you, Sean, coming up those stairs?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, they turned around at that second. Okay, I think someone's coming from this door.
Okay, you watch that door. I'm going to watch the main corridor.
On it. Well, yeah, someone was coming, and I think I'm dead, so...
Got him. That's Robin. Some more little UI issues. So again, it's probably worth pointing out. So Crayta, for anyone who's just joining in now, Crayta is a game development platform, and what we're playing now is one of the games we've made on Crayta. It's kind of in development still, these sort of games, so there's going to be small issues here, like we've got little bits of UI stuck here and there. Obviously that's because the game I'm making is a little bit in dev. That's not necessarily Crayta itself. We'll jump into the editor for Crayta slightly later on to give you an idea of how that all works. I've got one more life left.
I'm placing the device.
Oh no!
Oh no, he's
quick.
placing the device.
Oh no! Right, okay.
It's armed. All in with shotguns, yeah?
I'm just going straight into disarm it. Oh, that was risky. Hey, carry on extracting when I got
Where
shot.
are they? No! Oh no! Russ, why did I copy your tactic exactly?
Said to charge in head first, everything we got.
So there's
That was
only
stupid.
the extraction complete, attackers win. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Defenders yet to
3-0.
win a round. Okay, so this is back to sort of classic defend the backpack essentially. So attackers need to come and extract the backpack from the defenders, and we just need to defend it. Did you all see where it was in the little clip at the start?
I don't think anyone on your team is in the
Don't
chat.
think
Oh,
so.
I'm
I'm
kind of
in
paying
the
too
chat,
much attention to the messages.
It was in the office.
Just- Focus on getting a big gun and shooting at something that moves.
Cool. That looks good. That sounds good. Okay, I'm going to barricade these walls. This should stop the attackers from sort of breaching through those walls.
I've got. I don't know what this is.
It's
I
a
picked up a
breach
bomb on there.
charge.
Oh, yeah, it's a bomb on a chopping board.
Yeah, that's a breach charge. Okay, I'm going to watch the main garage entrance.
Oh, okay. Everyone go to the main garage entrance. Filling bullets at them.
Oh, it's like a kill box. I walk straight into it.
Yeah.
I literally called out where I'm watching.
we get you.
Height advantage, so.
Okay, I'm back in the game. Do we need help?
Yeah.
Are you attacking or defending?
Defending.
Okay, no, we're good. They're just walking straight
Okay.
into our traps.
Sounds good.
Okay, got a lot of attention there. Cool. You maybe watch from that sort of central stairway, so from the bedroom area.
Oh, I would have done if I didn't fall off the
Yeah.
balcony.
Cool.
But
Oh,
I
there's
guess you
one.
assumed of... Oh, I see. I'm shooting.
Height advantage.
Okay, I breached the.
And they're down.
I don't know. Wait, I breached one of the doors.
Good.
Very,
Good
very useful information there.
Good for you, Sean.
Russ, I'm watching the main garage door.
I went all the way around the back and came in the same door.
Yeah. Well, I've got.
Was that screen to put us off, or was that genuine?
That was genuine.
Ah.
I feel like.
Oh no!
Feel like we
Yes.
we might have this defenders this time.
They're getting cocky. This is our time.
He's still got 3 minutes left. Don't get too.
Did not realise.
Yeah, but you got one life left between all of you.
Oh, is it shared?
Well, no,
Um,
like there's only one life left on your team by the look of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Down, down.
Oh wait, is that me? Am I by myself?
No, I'm alive. I'm alive.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good.
is it one more respawn? One respawn.
Yeah, yeah. So when it says 0, that's your last life. I can see in chat there's some
Okay.
mention about sort of the sort of genre. So this is just an example of one of the games that we're sort of making, or that that we've kind of made on Crayta. You're able to make sort of all sorts of different genres. So we've just been playing a game of prop hunt. I think after this, maybe if we jump into the cooking game, see how that looks.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I know a couple of people have been asking about seeing the sort of create side of things. So I don't know how soon you want to jump into that. So maybe one cooking.
Yeah, we'll have a quick
and-
cooking round, and I'll talk to you about that, Adam, and then we'll go to the editor.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah.
They're hiding.
Yeah, where are they all?
I am
Well,
dead.
It's no good hiding, guys, because you need to actually break into our office room.
Yeah, we're just running around.
And what have you left in that backpack that's so valuable?
That's a good question. What
all
What
of
are we
are we
defending us?
fighting for?
all of the pineapples.
are we risking our lives for here?
I don't know where I am. I will stumble upon this backpack and steal it at some point.
Come
So-
on, attackers.
Yeah, so you're in the right room when you're in that garage area. It's kind of above it, in that small office area.
Isn't the whole building above this garage bit?
There's like a little mezzanine floor.
Please do come into the garage. No one's watching it with guns or anything. It's pretty safe.
Do I have to come and find you, Sean?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
It's the Sean search party.
He's crawling around in the vents. He's just covering his tracks.
Right, Russ, I've gone exposed. I'm running outside to find Sean.
Oh, I got him.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be it.
3 of you.
No, their team's still going.
Their team's still going.
Who's the other pineapple?
They should probably try attacking us in a group rather than one at a time.
Or, actually attacking us.
No, that's not a tried and tried method.
Yeah.
I assume they might be just AFK at spawn, maybe.
Robin, are you the other pineapple?
No.
Oh.
You
I'm
can
a
see
pretty
some
pot of flowers. It might be Matt Bailey. I did see him join the game.
Maybe. Well, I think we've probably seen enough of this game anyway, so should we jump across to cooking now anyway? I think that might be a good point for that. I think let's do that. So Crayta Cooking next.
Okay, that sounds good to
Cool.
me.
Okay, so just to sort of quickly reiterate for anyone who's just jumped in, so Crayta is it's a game development platform which is coming exclusively to Stadia this summer. As I say, it's a game development platform, so the games you're seeing us play right now are examples of games that we've made on Crayta. And then just after this, we're going to jump into the editor side of Crayta to show all that off. So first thing we need to do, we'll get a few people in here. The first thing you might actually notice is the change of camera. So the last couple of games we've played have had sort of a bit of an action cam. Here we've got a slightly different camera, so sort of lending itself to the different genres of games that you can make. We're actually able to sort of use all sorts of different cameras for the players, so the perspective, it can change quite a lot. So I'm going to unlock Spooky Banquet. I feel like that's the first starting point. And again, this is just another example of some of the really quite neat UI that we've made. And again, I think this was you, wasn't it, Adam, with the help of the artists. You've managed to build this.
Yes, it was. I'm quite proud of this game actually. It's my baby on Crayta.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, do you want to talk us through a little bit about what we're doing here then?
Yeah, sure. I'll just actually join the game. I was answering a message again and missed it. So, yeah, so this is Crayta Cooking. It's a sort of fun cooperative party style cooking game with this unique sort of top-down camera perspective that a lot of our games that we don't see in a lot of other games really. So you basically work with up to 3 other teammates in each of these 3 different styled kitchens to try and fulfill the orders that come in on the left-hand side. So you'll see now, Russ, you're in the first kitchen. Is that the medieval kitchen?
Yeah, I'm just chopping an apple.
So you get fairly simple like fruit salad orders, which could be made up of combinations of 2 or 3 fruits. And essentially you've got to work together to go and collect those fruits out of the sort of magic cauldrons that appear. You chop them as quick as you can and put them into the fruit bowls and serve them over to those sort of strange skeleton customers that you've got appearing on the right-hand side there.
Right.
So, it's a fairly standard party game, and then as you deliver a number of orders, you earn money for those. And if you earn enough money, you can unlock the next kitchen where you can start making soups, and you have to cook ingredients as well. And then you work your way up to a pizza kitchen where you have to chop and cook and put sauce on pizza bases. So it gets a lot more complex quite quickly.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's pretty comprehensive description of the game. Yeah. So, let's say, hopefully this is just kind of, so we had the shooter before. This is just an example of something that's pretty different. It's quite a different genre, different camera, different play style, but all made on Crayta again, using the exact same editor.
And very stress-inducing.
It is very stress-inducing. So actually, while you guys are all going sort of chatting away, I think if me and Adam, do you want to just jump in and we'll go to the other channel and just kind of talk a bit more about the sort of this game while you guys can all carry on chatting where you were?
Yep, no problem.
I'm trying to join Russ, sorry. Hello, Russ.
Oh, hello. So we should be... 1 second.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just try and not watch the chat at the moment and just talk about cooking.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Sean, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on chat, even at the cost of missing a few orders, that would be good.
Okay. Cool. So that should all have updated now. So movie magic transition. Cool. So as I say, we're just going to have a bit of a sort of a chat with Adam specifically while we play this. So as you've just kind of given us a run through of the game, Adam, but do you want to maybe just tell us a bit more? So how this game came together, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. So I guess the original idea for making this sort of game is that we wanted a fun party game, but previously in Crayta internally we'd been making shooters, we'd been making races, obstacle courses and so on, and there was a lot of PvP, or there was a lot of third person or first person camera games, and what we wanted was something totally different, I guess. So something peaceful, cooperative, in smallish teams, so 3 to 4 people, and we thought, actually, you know what, a cooperative cooking game would really work quite nicely for that idea. So we started basically throwing something together very rough. I think you originally made a game similar to this, didn't you, Russ? That was pizza based.
Yes, yeah.
Which was sort of the first idea for this party game, I guess, and then we expanded it into this whole 3 kitchen extravaganza.
Yeah, we sort of really kind of expanded it into quite a lot more options and things.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to have fallen over. So how quickly would you say we managed to get this game put together in terms of the sort of like the minimum playable version of it, at least?
Yeah, so I think once we had the idea down that we wanted this sort of more complex version of your pizza game, we wanted this 4-player cooking game, we actually managed to throw it together really quickly, thanks to the quick iteration times that Crayta allows us. So I'd say generally me and you collaborated on this in the first week, didn't we? And we pretty much got a working game loop within that first week.
Yeah. I mean,
and
especially
from then on,
with our
was-
initial idea, we managed to get that sort of together quite quick.
Yeah, definitely. And then from that point, obviously, a lot more time and polish has gone into this. It's probably been sort of a couple of months in the making now, but that's largely finding more kitchens, trying to work out more recipes and different mechanics, so like the cooking and the chopping and the sauce squirting.
Yeah. Okay, so then I guess the next question would kind of be like, so technically, so we managed to build the game quite quickly, but then this has actually got quite a lot of a technical background behind it. So for people who want to kind of really get into the coding side of things, like what would you say is the most sort of technical thing that you were kind of proud of that you made in this?
Yeah, so a number of different things that were sort of technically interesting in this game, but I'd say one of the main sort of components of Crayta that we really leaned on heavily is the template system. So if anyone's used something like Unity before, they have the prefab system, and we have something similar that we call templates, where essentially something like one of these chopping stations or one of the fruit dispensers, we just make one version of it. We can assign scripts to it with various parameters, but then we create a template from that, which acts as a sort of master copy, and then we can place those all around. And actually, pretty much everything you see in cooking is a template. It is like an instance of a template. So all of the different fruits are instances of templates, all the stations you take them to, all the customers that arrive on their weird little broomsticks at the side. So we leaned really heavily on the template system, and that works really nicely with our Lua API. And I'd say another thing, actually, we won't see it here because it's a all English stream, but the localized text is actually quite an interesting thing. So Crayta has built-in localization where you can just create a text property, and that will be possible to be localized. And actually, you can see all the order names on the left-hand side as they come in. There are actually lots of formatted text properties, which if you played in Spanish or German, for example, they'd actually come in your localized language as well. Which is a really nice feature, and it allows people from different countries obviously to work together on a cooperative game like this with, not much extra effort from the part of the developer, which is really useful.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, I guess that's probably enough of this game. So I think there's been quite a lot of questions around creation, so it's probably a good point to jump into the creator side of things. So okay, thanks, Adam. I think we'll just jump back to the main chat now, and then we'll jump into the editor. So bear with me 1 second.
Hello.
Okay,
We're just going to hear about
Creation time.
There's the noise.
my hatred for bananas.
Okay.
Are we going to?
So we're going to go. So I'm going to just quickly fire up a new creator session. So bear with me 1 second. Cool. So as I say, Crayta is a game development platform. So what we'll do now is we'll jump into the creation side of it to show you how all that works. So from the main menu, so we've seen before, I've been going through various games. From here, we can actually go across to the create side now, and we're able to create a new game either from a completely empty slate. So we kind of build everything from scratch, apart from a very basic, just a sort of square to start from. Or we can start a game with some pre-built game logic there, so people can sort of learn a little bit about game development from that. Or we could go into a completely sort of fully fledged example game with a full map and full game logic that you could play straight away. So what we'll do from here is we're gonna make a quick collection game. So I'm just gonna fire that up here. So collection game. Okay, and we'll call this. Let's call this stream. It's probably worth pointing out at this point I'm doing all of this on my controller.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, let's go stream game.
Stream game, very inventive name, Russ.
Very inventive, yeah. Okay. Well, all we have to do then is hit go after we've selected a small picture for it. and that's going to throw us into the editor. And from here, you should hopefully see that it's kind of an extension of the play mode, so it doesn't look hugely different. So again, I've got my character. I'm actually in the editor at this point, so from here, this is where we'll be making our games. I can move around just like any other character. And yeah, so that's kind of the exciting thing. I'm not sure how well this is coming across on the stream, so you just have to bear with us with the quality. But for now, what I'm going to do is actually, again, a big part of Crayta is about collaboration. So we're really keen to obviously get people making games and playing together. So what we'd like to do is have some of you guys come in and join us. What I'm going to do is go to my home screen, create a share link. Okay. But I switch to this screen. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'll put it up for you in a sec onto our channel.
Okay. I haven't caught it because it's just appeared now on the stream.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right.
If you're quick, you'll get it.
Trying.
Oh gosh. Oh, no, I wasn't quick enough.
Oh no, I've only got 7 characters. That's not enough.
It
Pen
could
and
be.
paper, I got it, but
Okay, Robin.
And you do it phonetically, though.
no.
Did
I
you
will
write
judge
it?
your phonetics.
Did you write it all down phonetically?
Would you like me to read it out, or are you okay?
No, that's fine. It's in
No,
our.
it's all good.
Everyone should be able to see that now.
Okay, I'm joining you now, Russ, from that code.
Okay, so we should see some players start to join in here. Okay, so here's some people arriving in our editor. So again, the other part of the editor experience is our collaboration and the fact that we're all working together on the same game together in real time, which is, it's a really nice little feature to have. So more and more of you arriving.
Whee.
Okay, let's see some emotes. Let's see some dancing.
I need to put some bear emotes.
I love the sound effects on all of the emotes. They are
Yeah.
No, the
Basically,
face palm.
having the loser and the facepalm ones are like both mandatory.
Mm.
Cool. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you guys are in. So the plan is we're going to kind of show off a lot of the meshes and things that we have in Crayta. So we're going to split this map up. So Adam, if you want to start doing that, we're going to split this map up into 6 areas, and we're going to kind of develop a small scene in each area. The game we're creating is a collection race, as I said. So the idea is when we start the main game, there will be a collectible spawn, and it's a race to pick it up, and whoever collects the most after the round ends wins. So it's quite straightforward. But because we did this from a starter map, all these things are available. So we see we've got 3 coins here already, which we can position in our game. We have a game controller entity here, which we can do things with, and a spawn point. Cool. Okay, so let's go with. Does everybody have an idea of what they'd like to do, given theme packs?
Yep.
Oh, someone's just dropped something. Okay, so kind of first come, first serve, unless you want to dictate, Adam.
Yeah. Well, first come, first serve. Really, if I fill in all these places and someone runs into it, then it's kind of reserved as theirs, really. So I'm going to fill in each of the 6 sections with a different type of floor, and that essentially tells you what area that should be.
Okay, I think Lucy's dipped that one.
Lucy was already knowing where the jungle one was going.
Yeah.
So we got a grassy one there for making magic castle stuff.
I want the magic castle.
Tarmac one there for a jailbreak scene.
I'll take jailbreak. I feel like that's an easy one for me to do. So I'm on tarmac.
Okie dokie. The holographic voxel area is going to be for an arcade city theme, so a futuristic cityscape, please.
Right, you are.
Then I'm going to chuck down. Where's the tiles I'm looking for?
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm just going to have a look through the library. So, as I say, Crayta comes with a sort of a whole raft of assets sort of to build from at launch. So we've got all these voxel materials here that we can start playing with. We have a whole list of props, 3D meshes that we can start adding to our game. We have effects, sounds. We can make templates, as Adam alluded to earlier. So we have things like the sort of the prefabs, almost that idea. So we can create a collection of entities and make them sort of stampable into the map, so we can place instances of it, and then any updates to the master updates all through them. So again, it's quite a powerful sort of game development tool.
Who's all up in my jungle? Who's that?
So first thing, I'm just going to start going. You guys can organize yourselves around that. I'm going to select cinder block. Okay, so at this point you might see it's quite similar to other sort of creation platforms. So it's sort of a voxel base for its sort of terrain creation, almost the world creation. Not sure, it's probably not going to come across very well in the stream, but some of our voxels have sort of a layer on top of them. So here and this side, we can see that these like jungle bush that we can see just here, that sort of thing is sort of just a painted voxel material, and then Crayta knows how to treat that material, so it will start painting sort of jungle bushes on top of it. Similar with the water, so we'll paint this water down and we get sort of a reflection off the water, and if you can see that on the stream, we've kind of got just as it disappears,
Sorry.
we have like the ripple effect of the animation. So the voxels aren't just sort of plain materials, they're quite dynamic and quite clever in some cases. I'm going to place a bit of a voxel wall around here, so simply just holding R2 on the controller. And again, you can't quite see this on the stream, but I'm doing all this at the minute on one of the Stadia controllers. Oh, that's kind of a bit funny there.
Oh, it feels like Art Attack.
Really?
Good old Art Attack.
Art Attack.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's a blast from the past.
I'm gonna skyscraper voxels for win.
They
Yeah.
are the best type of voxels, aren't they?
Would you like those
Yeah.
skyscraper voxels? Okay, so that's quite a simple example, just to say painting, like sort of building with lines, building with blocks. There's a lot you can kind of do with this level, but obviously it could take a long time to do lots of things that are quite complicated. I can see you guys are already getting on quite quickly, which is nice. The skyscraper's going up in the background. So what we might also want to do is equip our drones. So you might see some of these drones that are buzzing around. So a big part of Crayta is the drones that we have in the background that are sort of an extension of the player, essentially. So if I just double tap the A button now, we should see me equip my drone. Okay, and the idea behind the drones, they kind of allow us to do things slightly more complex operations, and they separate us from our character. But again, still keeping Crayta feeling, quite gamified. It's still a fun process to build, and we can do something. So this area I've just marked out. I'm just going to select the extrude tool. Oops, someone's just put a tree in my face.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I can select this top edge and fly up, and then that will just simply pull out the that area that I've just done. So the voxel tools we have aren't simply just placing blocks and sort of removing blocks and that sort of thing. We've actually got some quite sophisticated tools for building voxel environments and things quite quick and easy. Just fill that little bit in there. Oh, we've just been surrounded by ocean. Quite nice. Okay, so I'm going to return to the library and I'm going to look for some of our props. So again, we have a whole list of of props and assets, which can be filtered for, can be searched for in the tags. Again, apologies for the quality. I'm not sure how visible a lot of this is, but we're sort of really pushing my home internet at this point. So let's go for... let's look at jail. I think there was a nice guard tower mesh. There it is. Okay, so we've got these 3D meshes that we can kind of place, and again, that's going to place it on the cursor for me, and it's going to sort of instantly sort of snap to the floor that I'm looking at, which makes it quite good and easy for quick, rapid development. And again, it's just a simple case of pressing the R2 button on the controller when I've got it positioned. And then at any point, I could return to my character and have a little look around at what we've got. And if I wanted to, I can pick them up again as the character and run around with them. So this gives you a really nice sort of quick instant feedback of how it will look to a character. You know, if you're making a third person game, you can see quite quickly, sort of get an idea for spacings, and you're not necessarily having to jump into build the game constantly. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to the other side of Crayta. So what I've shown you so far is sort of the basic mode, that we label it the basic mode. So what you can do from there is kind of a lot more character driven. You're still able to create games from that point. You can do things like edit templates and in the basic mode, but we also offer an advanced mode. So if I hit the tab key, we'll go into an advanced mode, and from this mode, and again, I'm not sure how well this is going to come across on the stream, but this is going to be a lot more familiar to people who use things like the Unreal Engine or Unity. So you get your library on the left, you'll have a on the right hand side you'll have a world tree, or like an outliner which shows you the sort of the world hierarchy, various properties that you can tweak and play with. So, and again, I'm possessing my drone at this point, and I've switched to sort of the mouse and keyboard side of things. So, sort of holding the right mouse button and using WAS and D, I'm able to sort of control the drone and fly around. And have a little look at how everyone's getting on. So, Robin, this is you in your magic castle.
It is indeed. It's turning more into a kind of a church.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not getting particularly magic vibes from it, but it's cool.
The magic's coming. The magic's coming.
Magical church.
Who's doing the homestead sort of farm?
Oh, that'll be me.
That's really nice. That looks cool. It's almost like you've made one of these before.
No.
What are you talking about?
Cool. Okay, and then we've got Sean's Arcade City.
And someone who's putting on some lampposts.
Yeah.
Cars.
I see you spinning that around. That's pretty cool. And again, and then Lucy, of course, making the best looking one as the art director.
I think it's the worst thing I've ever made.
It looks really good. It looks cool. Yeah, so hopefully this has given people sort of a rough idea of the sorts of assets and things that are available in Crayta. So we've got all sorts of different sort of packs of assets, but obviously there's nothing stopping you just throwing different packs in together into the same games.
Yeah, like some of the most interesting mesh-based concepts with you and Adam chuck all sorts of meshes together.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the fun side. It's like kit bashing, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of want to throw different things. So we've made like various little weapons and things in games from all sorts of combined things. I think Adam's tried to make. I can't even begin to describe some of the things that you've ended up throwing together over the years.
I begin to describe them. Gunbird.
The meat dog.
Gunbird.
Gunbird and meat dog.
Gunbird and meat dog. Classics. Right, so let's just throw a basketball hoop up in here. So I can drag and drop from the library, and that would just chuck that straight down in my game, which is pretty fun. And again, all the changes that players make in the game together happen in real time.
Yeah,
So-
Russ, whereabouts are you? Can you come and test out this obby bit I've got going on? Can you jump onto the roof from there?
Can I jump onto the roof from where, sorry?
from these crane bits I've got stuck out on the side. That's one
Oh, I
tip.
see. Okay, so I'm going to return to basic and I'll give this a go.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey.
Cool.
All right, good enough.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll make sure there's some collectibles up there. Nice. Okay, return to advanced mode. So, okay, my prison's got a basketball hoop in it, so I think that will do for now. You can see some of the much more impressive things that people have made. So, once we've kind of progressed, we've got a bit of a level together, we might want to start looking at some of the more advanced parts. So, we'll see how well this comes across. But as I said, we've got this game controller entity, which is sitting here in the world. So if I select this, I'm going to have a list of properties appear here. And one of those properties is this game script. So the game script is a Lua script. So all game logic is written in Lua. And one of the nice things that we can do from Lua scripts is we can expose certain properties to the front end. So everything we see here in this list are all properties that whoever wrote this game script thought would be handy for people on the front end to be able to tweak. So someone who plays the role of more of like a game designer might want to go in and tweak things without actually having to understand how the Lua behind it works. So I think the first thing we'll do, I'll show you here, is if I press this small icon here, that's going to throw us into the code editor. So again, this is all within Crayta. We're not having to go to external editors or leave the sort of this session to get in that. We can sort of straight away kind of just start coding within Crayta, which is really nice. I think Adam's just jumped in here to show this side. So
I have indeed.
Again, collaboration's a massive part of Crayta. One sort of really exciting thing we've managed to do here is actually build a collaborative code editor. So if you're working on scripts together with someone, you can actually jump into the exact same instance at the exact same time. So I'm going to try and just zoom right in here to help with the sort of compression problems that we're getting. But I can start typing here, so I can say hello Adam in a comment. And we should be able to see
you can spell my name.
if I can spell your name. It's breaking up a little bit for me. But yeah, so hopefully from there you can see that I've actually got Adam in this script with me. He's selecting things, he's typing. We can have several more people in. So this kind of provides a nice way for players to work together on scripts, but also it kind of provides you the chance to sort of learn from each other. So it might be that you're trying to help someone who's a beginner at coding. You can actually jump in and help them. So I see Sean's now jumped in as well. So it's just another way that we've extended that collaboration side, which is really fun. As I say, so all of this is kind of available in the editor, and we've got a kind of quite a large API that sits between the Lua sort of code editor and Crayta itself. So we expose a lot of things, allowing you to sort of get position of entities, set rotations. You can sort of get world variables. You can change some of the world settings, which I'll show you in a second. Yeah, so it's quite a powerful system. And again, the nice thing is you don't have to know any of this. You don't have to jump into this side of it to make games. You can kind of use the assets that are available to you, even as a basic mode player, and still make your games that way. So it's really should hopefully have a bit of something for everybody. And just the speed of iteration as well is kind of the real nice thing. So I'm just going to close that down, have a little look at what's going on out here. Oh, I can see we're starting to look a little bit more Magic Castle-y. That's great. Blimps appeared, got the big monument. Okay, so again, all of this is being developed live, while I'm talking. This is taken as so far not that long actually to throw together, which is really exciting. So cool. Okay. Shall we, Lucy, did you want to maybe do a little sort of talk about the art side? So one of the people who got in here with us is Lucy, who's our art director, and you want to maybe just have a little bit chat about I think maybe instead of jumping to the channel, because we haven't got too many people in here actually, if we just stay where we are, that might make things a little bit easier.
That's fine,
yeah, sure.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
No, that's fine, we'll stick where we are. Okay, so do you want to maybe introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Lucy. I'm the art director. It's been my job to pull together a coherent style for Crayta that's sort of based around appealing characters and a world where there is no set theme. So it was reason to start with. I was just sort of staring into the void of what on earth does Crayta look like, because there is no theme, there's no time frame, there's no story. It's a set of kit for people to build levels and worlds beyond what we can even imagine. So we started with a character design more than anything, and because we knew that having appealing characters was it's essential to the game. So we had a character design. I don't know if you've got a slide of that, Russ.
Yeah, I was just going to throw those up for you now. So it's going to just sort of transition through them a little bit, but
yeah, they're just those first two characters.
yeah.
So we set out a brief for appealing characters. That's a terrible description for some appealing characters, and we set it out to several artists, in fact, to see what they would come back with. The brief was broader than just appealing, by the way, and we got loads of different character types back. But the outright winner for us was this one. Have you got it?
So, which one was that? Sorry.
It's the cowboy.
The cowboy. Okay.
Space cowboy. I can't see that. I don't know if I'm a bit lagged.
Yeah, I think the stream is going to be a little bit slow.
A bit behind. Okay, well, when it comes up. But going on the design of this cowboy, when you see it, it was incredibly appealing. It had this sort of action figure feel to it. It had this lovely chunky detail and smooth, shiny materials. No, that's not it.
no. It's gonna loop around. I think it's just gonna keep looping. That's probably the best I can do for now.
Okay, fine. And we took a lot from that into how we built the props in the world. So we took the reduced high frequency noisy detail out of the props as much as we could. There's an example there from one of our outsourced briefs where simplify the wood tone and make the details exaggerated. Give everything its own character. Even props give their own character. So it's not hyper realistic. It's supposed to be a fun, sort of gorgeous, clicky game.
And I think the character.
So that was our original. That was our original character from our first brief. This guy's not in the game because we developed from here. This and this girl. This was Jeff and Vera, as we named them. So she's got a big chunky belt on, holding sort of giant sized props, and so we wanted to just because all of the props come from so many different prop packs and scenes and styles, they have to hold together with each other because we don't know how people are going to mix them up. We don't know what people are going to make, if they're going to make meat guns or whatever it was. But everything has to look like it comes from Crayta. You want to be able to recognize Crayta, but at the same time, we've got to give people enough freedom to make whatever it was. So even though we've got a themed pack, those themes can be intermingled quite seamlessly.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of testament to what we're trying to just build in here now. So I guess, we spoke a lot about the characters. So I think that's a massive part of Crayta, isn't it? Because the idea is we want the characters to be sort of what the players take a lot of pride in a way. So they'll carry their characters from the play sessions through the create sessions, and sort of everything they're doing in Crayta, their characters are with them.
It's your identity in the game. And we've built the avatar system so that people can either represent themselves as much as we can. We've tried to cover sort of all looks and ethnicities and cool hairstyles and stuff, but also other people like to just be something completely different.
And I think I was going to say that kind of extends across the drones as well. So I don't know if you wanted to comment on the sort of the style of the drones and how we kind of came about with the way that they sort of look and feel.
The the drone came from some of the meta story that people can pick up and get involved in, or not at all. But the drones, because they sort of match the original starter outfits, we ended up giving them like an animal theme. They are still very much functional drones. They're not, this drone is a rabbit. This is a drone with the characteristics of a rabbit, for example. So we've got a rabbit and a jellyfish and a puppy and a cat and that sort of stuff. It sort of gives them identity and character.
Yeah, and I quite like the way that they just sit and like bounce around while you're kind of busy working there, animating away.
We tried to make them expressive using their iris of their lens and sort of like eyebrow flaps and things, and the way they animate and the noises they make as well. Our sound design has just done some amazing stuff with that.
Okay, so I guess the other part of the kind of customization of the characters as well is we've got sort of like the emotes and the player cards and certain sprays and those sorts of things that you can do in the editor. I don't know if you wanted to talk about those briefly. That's the sort of fun stuff where you can go around and slap a spray on a wall, or your player card is your identity. But we had those made. We approached all sorts of artists online through ArtStation, recommendations from other people, and we gave them a fairly loose brief. I'm excellent at loose briefs, by the way. But we gave them some rules of this is what the player cards aren't, and this is a one-word theme of what the player card, for example, should be. Go nuts, because it's Crayta is a collaborative art project in its way. So we just let people do that, and they turned out great. I can't wait to see what people to come up with when we do the sprays and player card artwork. Yeah, no, that's going to be really nice.
In their hands.
Okay, so I think finally maybe just I don't know if you wanted to make a quick comment about the sort of some of the various theme packs that we have. So we're kind of showcasing them here, but I don't know if you wanted to maybe talk about your favourite one. Which one would you?
Favourite theme pack? It's hard to choose. I think it might be one that's coming soon.
Right.
But, I do like Western Frontiers. I think it holds together as a coherent whole very well. When people make worlds out of the Western Frontiers pack, it really feels like you are in another place.
Yes,
so I think that's probably my favourite. Closely followed by Jungle Expedition, which I swiped when we came into the edit.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I mean, some of the just the models that we have just look so nice, and the way that they kind of integrate with the voxel materials, it's really kind of quick and fun and easy to kind of get these environments looking really nice, which is great.
It is so fast to build stuff. I love it. I really enjoy just mucking around in our editor.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's you don't really get bogged down in trying to make it necessarily perfect, because you can just, it's almost like a blank canvas. You can just throw things down in, and it just generally looks great without too many hours. Obviously, you can spend the time to finesse it, but the fact that we've built all this in the last, must be about 15 minutes now, is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, and it's easy to fix stuff. The voxels are really nice to use. I know that it might not be everyone's visual choice, but I love them. I think you can just chuck houses up so fast, and I think they're great. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, thank you for that. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to kind of comment on towards the art, or should we just jump in with everyone else again?
I don't think so. That's probably enough for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, thank you for that. It's a really good insight into that side of things.
Cheers.
Cool. So you guys are all there still, I think, so you can
act
away if you like. Yeah. Cool. So how are we getting on?
The blimp is the best bit.
The blimp is the best bit. I think I'm finished with my Western Frontiers bit, which Lucy really likes. Or she likes the meshes in it anyway, so it's probably the best.
Yeah. Western Frontiers is a really fun one to kind of stick together. Adam, I don't know if you wanted to maybe go and have an adjustment of some world settings.
Yes, I'll have a little play.
And I'll come and have a look at what you've done.
Making night time.
Okay. Are you?
Wait, that's pretty dark.
Right, and now I'm making it 5 o'clock because I prefer 5 o'clock.
Make it about 8 o'clock. That's a good time.
I like 5:30 because then the sun shadows come across nicely.
True.
Please.
Cool. Okay,
I'll
so
put it behind the jungle, so it's backlit.
Very nice.
So what everyone should be seeing now is, as Adam is making all these tweaks to the world settings, I'm also seeing them. So again, the collaboration is sort of real time. Again, extends out of just the level itself, but it kind of flows through to the world settings. So as we kind of change the time of day, then I saw that as well. So if I just go up to the world settings tab up here, on the right hand side, we get a bunch of options around things like the start time, so for the time of day, the horizon. So I think we've already changed it. I might just flick through a couple. So again, if I change the outer horizon to mountains, for example, it's going to change the outer ring to horizon straight away. And they're just really nice ways to sort of extend the way that the map looks. It can kind of make the playing area feel, you know, really, really huge, which is good. Go around.
Changing in the clouds.
Yeah. So we're on ocean, weren't we? So we've got these nice sky boxes as well. So we get sort of dynamic clouds being cast across the sky. We can update the like sort of fog on the map. We can do the skylights. We can change all sorts of different features. One that I really like to play with, especially when it comes to this sort of thing, is our color grading. So we're actually able to sort of throw color grading filters over the game straight away. So if I go to color grading and change that, to example, to Alien Planet, we're going to very quickly see a very different looking scene. And that applies nice, like a sort of a live color grade over the top of the scene. We can do noir, which is really fun for making sort of like kind of dark, enclosed, spooky horror games. We can go for sepia, which will really fit this sort of Western frontiers scene. So here we get a nice shot of how that might look. If we just reset that, because the other fun thing from here is we can do things with post-processing. So color grading is obviously sort of filter over the colors. The post-processors are a sort of slightly more technical shader. And again, we can just pick these from a drop down. So in this case, let's go for the, I think a nice fun one is cell shaded. So I'll pick the cell shaded post process, and that's straight away, that's just going to show the game looking, you know, like a cell shaded game. So this castle instantly pops out. It's looking really quite interesting with this sort of cell shaded look on the top of it. We might also want to go to something like thermal. Thermal's a good fun one. Thermal will pull out sort of the heat signature of the players, which makes it really fun for things like a hide and seek type game. We've made a couple of those in the past, just sort of throwing in one team having the post process enabled. So we're actually able to set these through the Lua API. We can set these post processes on a per client basis. So you could have one team of hunters with thermal vision and one team of sort of runners without the thermal vision. So you know, you can do fun things like that with it. Neo, look. Oh, that one's not giving me anything. Neon's always a pretty cool, funky one.
Neon's always cool, yeah.
Yeah, it really starts to like, it kind of it throws you into like a sci-fi zone all of a sudden. But I think we'll put it back.
I was enjoying that one.
Yeah, no, I quite like that one. Cool. Okay. What else can we show? So we've got some effects we can show, and we've got some quite powerful sort of lighting and that sort of thing. So I might just do a quick little demo in the middle while we wrap up, and then we'll have a quick preview of our game. So if you guys want to start placing any collectibles, I've placed a few, but if you wanted to place any, that would be cool.
Yep.
I got a question in the chat. Can we create custom post processes? Not at the moment. They're all sort of built in. They'll just be available from that drop down in the world settings.
Request them though.
But yeah, that's it. I guess that sort of thing could be made available on a sort of per request basis, perhaps. It'd be interesting to see
ideas for them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what people would want to have from a sort of post process. Okay, so props. So I'll just make a small kind of my favorite thing to build, as Adam will agree, is a
Is it
small.
15-minute football?
No, it's a burning brazier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've done 2 of those.
Oh, you have. Oh, I'm gonna make
I was
my
hoping
own.
My temple.
I was hoping to be the green skull in the pond.
Wow, am I really known for those things? 15-minute football and green skulls in ponds. No, so okay, so just to show off sort of the lighting engine that we have behind in Crayta. So if I go to the primitives tab here, we have some things which are kind of built-in primitives you might expect from a game development engine. So we can place cameras, we can place lights, locator, which is like a 3D space kind of entity. So we can attach scripts and things to that, but there's no physical representation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a light in here. Oh, someone's putting my onyx down.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy
it. Make a little base for your brazier.
A bit of shiny onyx. So, okay, so I'm going to return to the entities. So you can see that I've got this light symbol that's now appeared, and we've kind of got some shadows appearing around. I click here. So there again. So in real time, we're able to see the shadows sort of cast in the editor. So all the players can see this, and they can kind of instantly comment on what they think about shadow, where the light should be. We don't have to wait for sort of a light map to bake and all that sort of stuff that's normally associated with game development. We kind of get that visual feedback straight away. So for example, if I was to change this color to sort of maybe a dark sort of orange kind of light, is that you in the drone there, Adam?
It is indeed.
Okay, what do you think about like this sort of nice dark red kind of color?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
That's nice.
Oh, got a little drone show. Okay, we can change certain properties of this light. So again, this is all sort of built in with the editor. So I can go, for example, let's go for like a really nice bright light, intensity of 30, but we'll lower the attenuation to kind of pull it in a bit closer. So
more bright.
Okay, you like bright. So again, the collaboration kicking in. The guys can jump in and have their say. And what I'll do now is I'll go to templates. In fact, before I do that, let's put an effect on here as well. So if I go to the world tree, I can sort of access certain options from there. So if I right click the entity in the world tree, I get sort of drop downs to say whether I want to create a child or rename it and all that sort of stuff you might expect from sort of other game development engines. I'm going to search for fire. So we've got some nice fire effects. I think large is always good. Fire extra large. That might be a bit too large. So now I've got this sort of this child entity. I'm able to adjust the properties. So again, I can change this particle system to be something else. How about just fire large? Okay, that looks better. I'll just position that slightly better. A nice big burning brazier with a bit of a light to it.
Very nice, very nice.
I could copy and paste this around, or what I'll do is I'm going to create this as a new template. So I'm going to call this my burning brazier template. And then if I go to my templates tab on the left, my burning brazier should appear here at the top. So now I have this sort of small collection of entities as a sort of stampable thing. So we should see each of these now has the light and the fire effect with them. If I select them all in the world tree, we should get that to play. I think. Oh, someone's put a bridge where I was going to put that. Okay. So there we go. That's how the template system works. So, and then if we were to make a change to that master template, so for example, let's go in and make the light bright green instead, something quite dramatic change. And then we go back, so we can see that all those place instances now inherit that change. So again, from a sort of game development point of view, that's a sort of really handy way to kind of flesh your games out and be able to make changes quite quickly that will sort of propagate through lots of instances. Okay, are we about ready to have a quick preview, you think, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to press the button. So at any point, I can hit the play button at the top of the screen. And what that's going to do is that's going to sort of rebuild the game really quite quickly in sort of a preview play state. So whoop, the floor's gone a bit crazy around here. Get to the grass. Okay, we'll try that.
What's with the floating tennis balls?
Why are we?
We're gonna
Somebody was doing the emote.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna jump back and we'll rebuild that. But again, so if something might go wrong, you might need to change things with your game. You press F5 and you're almost instantly placed back in the editor. So you don't have a really long wait time for the build, or you don't have to wait for certain things to sort of like bake and run through. You can kind of really quickly get that feedback. So hopefully this time, hey, we're a bit more solidly placed this time. So again, we're kind of very similar to the experience we've just had, but now we're actually in the preview mode. So we have things like the UI's appeared. We've got a timer running at the top. There'll be one of those collectibles somewhere on the map that's spawned. And the idea is that we're able to sort of quickly iterate upon the game. So we might play this for a few minutes, decide, yeah, let's change this, let's change that. We can jump back to editor and change it, press F5 and jump back in. So that's a real big benefit to Crayta compared to other things. Is the iteration speed is really quick. I found the first collectible.
Oh, I ran past it. I thought there was multiple more.
No, so it
Ross,
should.
have you seen the Magic Castle?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's amazing.
Almost
Nice one, Robin.
almost like Robin spends
Aw.
all day every day playing the game.
Ah.
This is cool.
Definitely went for luck over gameplay there.
That's okay. If we're not careful, you'll have us out of a job. Cool. So, okay, so 4 seconds and we should see a results screen. I wouldn't, with finding the one collectible.
Oh.
Was there just one collectible? I
No,
thought
well,
we got
it's
one by
one,
round.
it's one at a time, isn't it? So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, so again, so you can see that we've kind of managed to create this game quite quickly. A lot of the logic, obviously, or most of the logic came with the template, so we could jump in and make all sorts of different changes to that if we wanted to. But yeah, so that's how quick we can throw games together in Crayta. I don't know if you guys wanted to carry on building with this, or we could go back into some of the other games we've created to start showing those sort of things off.
Yeah, let's have a look at some other games.
Yeah, so what game would we like to go into next?
Ooh, let's have a look what's on the play rails here.
I'm going to go back to my controller.
Some exciting looking stuff here. I don't know what bomb
Yeah, so let's see.
or Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed's good.
Yeah, was Tumbleweed working?
I heard there's some new crops to buy in Tumbleweed as well.
Should we try Tumbleweed?
Let's
I
go for it.
believe Tumbleweed, it might be having the same UI issues as Lockdown.
That's okay,
But-
let's see.
It's worth a try. It's looking really cool now.
Russ
with the new
finding the
UI.
collectibles that he placed. Yep.
I'm
Yes.
going to bow out because I'm rubbish at games.
Okay, no problem. Well, thank you, Lucy. That was really good
No
insight
problem.
into that side of things. So,
All
Yeah,
right, enjoy, guys.
brilliant.
Bye.
okay, see you later.
Bye.
Cool. So I think I kind of caught in the chat earlier, someone asked if we could make RPGs. So here's an example of one that we've made in I think was it John made this one. So here we are, Lakeside Farm. So what we've got here, I don't think John's around to sort of comment, so I'll try and speak on his behalf. But this is a sort of a lot more of a casual game compared to what we've seen. So the idea is we can come in, we can look after our farm, we can sort of buy crops, we can grow crops. And this is just a really nice example of a completely different genre and a really different take on what we can do in Crayta and sort of the flexibility and the power of it. So there's a sort of progression, sort of persistence to this as well. So when you've got your farm, you can sort of plant some seeds, plant your farm, look after your crops. You could leave the game for a few hours, sort of real-time hours, come back, and those seeds will have grown slightly. So it's it's not just a sort of a session-based drop in, drop out. It's something you could actually keep dipping in and out to. So we're able to make those sorts of games. So how are you guys getting on? I assume we ended up in the same world. I'm following someone here.
Yeah.
I'm at Rocky Farm. Oh, yep.
At Rocky Farm.
I'm really enjoying. Have you tried to pick up apples yet?
No.
So I like how John's done it with the UI, so that it plays mesh of the apple fading into geometry. It's very nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
And I'm coincidentally on Apple Acre Farm.
Oh, so I've just planted my first seed or my first sunflower, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit for that to grow.
I'm going to come and squat in your farm.
Nice, thank you.
And sell everything I own to the scarecrow.
Oh, here's some of the water. So one thing we didn't show yet was sort of some of the swimming. So I mentioned earlier about the voxel system being quite intelligent. So here we've got some voxels, some water voxels that have been placed, and actually Crayta knows how to behave in them. So in this case, it's going to know that the characters can swim in this. So without any sort of code support or without any sort of additional sort of coding or changes, we just put the voxels in the game, and then Crayta knows, okay, this is something the character can swim in, which is quite nice. Someone's come to steal my bananas.
Oh no! Don't take those bananas.
You have bananas?
Over the far side of the lake, Sean.
Nice, I got
We're
2
on the
bananas.
town proclaimer.
I wonder if bananas are still worth like 500 gold like they used to be in the
Let's
good
hope
old
John
days.
didn't fix that.
In demand today, sunflower and corn. And again, I know we've said this a couple of times, but the sort of all the UI is made in game as well, sort of in Crayta, using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So each of the games that are made can look kind of completely different. We've played several so far, from Prop Hunt to Cooking to Lockdown to this, have all got incredibly different UI, which just makes each of the games feel, sort of that extra little bit, a bit more special and a bit less kind of stock. If you've got someone who you don't have to necessarily know much HTML, but you can start to churn out some really nice looking UIs. But if you're someone who is a really good web designer, for example, it's a really good tool for you to actually build some really quite impressive game UIs and interfaces. And that's not just the on-screen UI, but here we can see where it says seed barn up here. That's an example of in-world 3D UI, or this sign back here. So all these sort of in-world 3D placed UIs all use the same sort of system.
Oh, what bananas are only worth 15 now?
Oh no.
It's rubbish. Don't like this game.
Progress the tutorial to access the shop. Oh, I didn't finish the tutorial.
You gotta go and pick up your sunflower.
Ah, so he's made a tutorial as well. That's cool.
I do really like the inventory screen. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Come on, corn, hurry up and grow.
Oh, what? I can't harvest my whatever I've planted. Can't remember what the crop was.
Not instant corn, buddy.
Well, it should be. What did I pay 20 monies for?
Oh, there's a bit of a spooky music there.
I'm just following you guys.
So, Russ, a nice little interlude while we wait for our corn to grow
Yeah.
might be to go check out the mine. 'Cause
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
actually like
If that.
parts of
forgot-
this game,
I
aren't
forgot the mine.
Let's go to mine.
there? Wow,
Yeah. Cool.
Sean.
So yeah, that's a good point actually. So the games that you make in Crayta, each game can have multiple worlds to it. So each world kind of. Oh, I need a pickaxe. Oh no.
Oh,
It's locked to
John.
us. But
What you can do is like claw at the walls with your hands.
but what would happen there is we would transition to a different world, which kind of is a completely different like instance. So what that means is we can have sort of quite large games with different worlds strung together. So for example, in this we could go to the mine, and that would kind of take us to the mine world, and then we could return to this world. And we can sort of have certain amounts of data saved to the users, so you can take things across, like sort of currencies and those sorts of things. I'm not sure what carries across to the mine here. I assume your inventory must.
Yeah, everything in your inventory carries across.
Cool.
And obviously, you dig up metals, and occasionally you find rare furniture and chests in the mine, and that, of course, comes back with you into the farm world so that you can place it into your house.
Yeah. Cool.
Um,
Okay.
we need to earn more money to unlock the mine.
Yeah, I can't. So how do I sell things in the shop? I don't know if it's just because my interface is struggling at the
You go
moment.
up to the shop, look at it, and press X if you're on controller.
Yeah.
Or interact. Maybe with enough bananas, we can afford a pickaxe.
Can I? I'll drop my
300.
bananas. How about I drop my bananas for you?
We'll still be there if you went into mine.
Oh,
Yeah, you need to go to the mine, Russ.
oh,
You're,
okay.
you're the one to stream.
That's a
I
good
forgot
point.
we can drop things now, can't we, for other people?
Yeah. Well, you could buy a pickaxe. I don't seem to have.
Can you drop money?
Oh, it's the virtual cursor. Ah. So, how do I sell it?
I
Is it-
forgot you could still emote at least.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay.
very apt music as well.
Russ, I'm going to try and drop some bananas. You ready?
Yeah, sure. It appears as a box on the floor, I think.
How do I?
Really? I want to see
Oh,
this.
there we go.
Oh wow.
Banana.
Progress to store to receive
Banana.
presents from other
Banana.
players. Oh, I need to buy some. I need to
Oh,
go through.
Have
Take
you
that.
told you need to buy some seeds from the scarecrow?
Okay, I'm buying seeds. And then do I need to go plant them? Yep. I'm a little bit slow at these sort of games.
Oh, I
Russ,
really
you
like
love
that.
my
you can drop
bananas.
the floor. That's alright. They're individually wrapped for the environment.
In entire cardboard boxes.
Okay. I assume I can pick these up now.
Yeah, should be able to interact with them. I'll find you more bananas.
Yes. Nice.
It's a team effort to get you into that mine.
Yeah. How much is a pickaxe? I guess I can find out now.
300.
300.
So 20 bananas.
You need to remortgage your little farmhouse.
Okay, I've got 185. Go find me bananas.
Right, Russ, I'm going to drop you some bananas in the seed shop, and I'm going to get on chat and answer some questions.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Cheers. So I'm just catching up on the stream a little bit. So yeah, the lag is unfortunately, so it's running fine for me. It's just I think my home internet. Obviously, we're sort of under lockdown conditions like most people, so we're sort of doing our best with home internet. I'll probably try and tweak things next time. Hopefully, try and get a slightly better output. But yeah, so apologies if it's not super clear, but hopefully you get the idea. As I say, it's certainly worth subscribing to the YouTube channel because there'll be a lot more sort of content coming out in the near future. Okay, 245, we're almost there. I want to go see if those bananas have appeared the other side of the river again. I feel like this is quite a nice game to sort of end the stream on as well. It's kind of nice and peaceful and
Yeah.
nice relaxation. So, but yeah. So I mean, it's super exciting that we've announced now. It kind of feels like a huge weight off our shoulders, and it's just fun to be able to talk about
that
it.
18-month-long NDA.
Yeah. It's really fun to be able to talk about it now. I think so.
Oh, I see. These cubes in the rocks are also things you can mine. I was like, wow, what's this chocolate?
Wait, are you in the mine?
No, on the surface, near the bananas. You must have run past them together.
I did. I thought they were just for decoration. Hinting
I don't
at the
know.
mine.
We should give Russ a pickaxe and see if he can hit them.
I'm trying. He's like crowdsourcing a pickaxe right now.
Yeah. I set up a GoFundMe.
Please donate apples and bananas.
Yeah.
I've got plenty. Where are you, Russ?
I'm in the shop. I'm just selling 3 more.
Russ, do you want
Almost.
11
I've-
apples even.
Just Scarecrow's just like being like, what's going on? There's all these people for me and throwing stuff on the floor.
Okay, I might have enough now. Let me see.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm good. You guys can start saving up for yours now.
Okay. Let me take all 4. Adam can.
I need to.
Oh no, sure.
I assume I buy them from a different bloke. Let's go.
Okay.
Furniture
Okay.
wagon. Tools. Okay.
Can you drop from the inventory? Oh no, you can't. Or can you? Oh, you can.
Sweet. I got a pickaxe. Right, I'm gonna go to the mine. Traveling to the mine.
Oh, you've too many items already. Adam, come and get all these dancing apples and stuff.
Wait, can you afford a pickaxe then?
Yeah, I've just bought one, so you guys can just start selling your stuff.
No, I meant Sean. Has he?
Oh, I
No,
see.
I'm giving you the pickaxe.
Well,
'cause
I'm
you're
falling
the
through the
only
floor.
one.
Was the mine definitely ready? I think
I thought so.
I've ended up in like a weird. Oh, there we go. I've made it through. So cool.
Just a bit iffy.
Okay, yeah. You guys
Sean,
just have to fight the glitch at the start, and you'll get through. So cool. Okay,
Need
so
more bananas,
there's
Sean.
another scarecrow in here. Oh, this guy sells pickaxes for much less. Like,
Oh, what?
This guy's got half
What?
price pickaxes.
What?
Start making a bank. Start selling them for like 10% cheap. Scarecrow.
Yeah. Okay, so just quickly catch up on some things. Oh, I see. Yeah, you've got them, Adam. But yeah, so again, for anyone who's just jumping in, so this is Crayta. Crayta is a game development platform which is coming to Crayta exclusively this summer. Oh, I ran out of light. So this is an example of one of the games that we have made. But if I could just quickly show up the play page. So we have a whole list of games that we've made, or have been made on Crayta so far. So all these things are playable. So any games that are made on Crayta can then be playable on Crayta, and you're able to share those with your friends. And hopefully, the idea is we're trying to bring game development to sort of a lot more people. So you don't necessarily have to know how to make games. We're trying to make it super accessible. So from the creator session we did earlier, you can see that we've kind of got the basic mode and the advanced mode. So with a whole raft of tools available to help people collaborate together to make games, which is really fun. Super excited to see what people could make. Just realised I haven't got enough to buy a. It's getting pretty dark and spooky. I got teleported back. I need to buy a lantern. Cool. You make sure you've got enough money for a lantern as well.
How much is a lantern?
100.
Aha. Okay, I'll get a bit more. I'm on 330, so I'll be on 30 once I've bought a pickaxe.
It won't let me. Can't afford it. Okay, so I need to find some stuff.
Sean has crowdsourced me some more fruit.
I'm a good friend.
Quick, get back
Thank you very
before I
much,
lose my silver.
You should consider having playing like a round of Outlaw something before you finish. Be nice to show that off.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, finish on a high note.
Can do. I guess.
This is nice and relaxing. But...
Yeah, I guess the three of us could. What time are we at? Yeah, we'll probably go for another 15 minutes or so.
Yep. I'm just heading into the mine now, Russ. So
Okay,
hang about for
cool.
a second.
Yeah, I'm just trying to quickly dash in and get some more and then come back out.
Can you buy me a cheap pickaxe so I can
Can we do that? I wonder. Someone has pointed out in the chat that this guy's clearly just scalping pickaxes at 50%.
in the mine without them, so he could charge what he wants.
So wait. Russ, I think I just sold my pickaxe. That wasn't buying it, that was selling it.
Nice. Well, you've.
Oh dear.
So in one sentence, what is the game? So the game is Crayta. So Crayta is a game development platform, and I guess that's about as much as I can fit into a sentence. Other than that, it's a collaborative tool which is coming to Stadia. So the idea is, we say lots of people can jump in and make games together on Crayta, and then those games will be playable within the Crayta platform on Stadia. Is a heavy multiplayer focus, or can someone say make a single player RPG or a 2-player adventure game? So the games that we can make at the moment are multiplayer games. The kind of the beauty of Crayta is that we kind of games are notoriously difficult to make in multiplayer. You have to sort of really focus a lot on the sort of kind of server versus client relationship and those sorts of things. So actually in Crayta we've tried to really break down those barriers and make it a lot more accessible. So sort of in the coming weeks there'll be some videos further explaining those sorts of things. So you have to sort of subscribe to the YouTube channel, keep an eye out for those. Is there a campaign? There's not a campaign as such. There'll be sort of games which kind of have their own campaign. So again, the beauty of Crayta is it's more about kind of what the community will make, what the players will create, what we'll kind of all make together as a big community.
All right, Russ, I've headed deeper into the mine, so I don't know if you want to fill up your oil lamp and then.
I
There
don't
are
have,
multiple stages to the mine.
so the thing is, I don't have an oil lamp yet. I'm just trying to like mine bits, but I don't have a I don't have a lamp.
Ah, so what happens without one? Is it just?
I just don't have very long before I get into darkness. But I think this has probably been enough. So did you guys maybe want to jump in for a couple of rounds of Outlaw just to show another
Yeah.
another game,
Yeah,
and then we'll
definitely.
probably call that a day there.
All right.
Okay, so again, we'll jump from that game. We'll jump into another one. I'm going to jump into Outlaw. So just quickly like that, we're able to go to a main menu and browse sort of other games that have been created and published onto the front. Curious, how is working from home affecting development? So I think generally we've actually done really well as a studio. We're quite flexible with our working at home anyway. So I think we've done. It wasn't a huge change. I mean, for me personally, at least. And I guess kind of why the stream has perhaps suffered a little bit this evening is because of having to work from home. We're sort of on home networks, so hopefully sort of those sort of things will pick up soon, and once we're kind of things go back to normal and we can be back at the studio, we can hopefully get these things churned out in slightly higher quality. But yeah, so hopefully I think as a studio, I think we can all be quite proud of how well we've adapted to it. Right, I am the sheriff, which means one of you two must be the outlaw. Potentially you.
No, I've got a cool visor. I'm trying to remember how I even play this game.
Okay, so I guess for anyone watching, so the idea is this is sort of like a murder game mode. So there'll be one murderer, one sheriff, and everyone else is innocent, and it's kind of like a last team standing almost. I just realised it's only me and you, Sean. So probably I'm going to safe bet that you were the outlaw. I noticed Adam joined late. Oh, here comes John. John's joining us.
Yeah, I was a little late. Sorry.
So it's a good thing to mention. I thought may as well if I do UI and stuff. So the guys who made this game, which are one of the indie developers that we got to make some creative games. If you can see, they've got this quick chat system in the bottom right. It's been really cool. So just to show that UI isn't flinging data onto the screen, with it using JavaScript and integrating with Lua, you can make all sorts of functional things. Again, you saw the prop pump. There was that mini map style detectory thing. Yeah, it's really powerful.
Cool. Yeah. So I think again that's just testament to the sort of the UIs that players can make. We've got a completely different UI interface here, and actually one that's quite sort of sophisticated, as you say in that quick chat. That's pretty cool. Right, who was that? So back off whoever that was.
Whoa!
I got a gun.
Whoa! Don't shoot!
Yeah,
don't
you
shoot,
go
don't
back
shoot.
that way.
Why?
John better not get any closer.
Oh!
What happened there, Sean?
Oh!
Well, I never.
Did you trip?
Where did you go, murderer? Wait, I can see some footsteps.
Oh no!
I think it disappeared. I think they appeared just before. Go this way.
It's worth talking about the footsteps because that's a really cool mechanic of this game.
Yeah, if you want to go with that.
Wait! Oh no! I accidentally unequipped my cleaver. Wait! I'm trying to kill you.
Trying to kill me?
Oh no, John. I didn't get a chance to read the name.
Oh, I unequipped my gun. That was bad.
No. Ah.
Oh, I shot the tree, not you. Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, so do you want to talk about the footsteps?
Yeah, sorry, the footsteps. So, as the murderer, because, it would be boring if the murderer just sort of walks around for ages and very, very slowly kills people. If they don't make a kill within, a minute or something, then they start showing footsteps to show that they're the murderer, and the footsteps will sort of show a path up to where they've gone. So it's sort of quite a nice mechanic to keep the game pace going and make sure that the murderer keeps moving.
Yeah.
Camping.
And again, so the footsteps themselves are an example of the UI. So that's 3D UI that gets placed on the ground, isn't it? I believe. So the kind of the little 3D UI widgets get placed behind the player to look like little footsteps. Okay, so just in case anyone who's just joined in, just to reiterate some of the points we've been going through. So what you're seeing now is one of the games that we've made on Stadia. Sorry, made on Crayta. So the idea is Crayta is a game development platform. So previously in the stream, we've played a bunch of other games, like a prop hunt game. We've played cooking. We've played all sorts of various things. So this is just an example of one of the games we made, which is a sort of a murder game. Or this is one that came out of the indie fund. So we ran an indie fund a while ago. Had some indie developers come in and make some games for us. Okay, so I'm a civilian this time, definitely not a murderer. So I'm going to try and find somewhere to hide.
Whoa.
I just realised some of the text is already localized in the top right. I don't want to try and pronounce that.
Something's gone a little funky
Yeah,
there.
I wonder if that's sort of stuck in Italian for some reason. So I'll have to have a look at that.
Italian's the best language, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, there. Okay, you keep running that way.
Oh, I see. Right. I'm just like, what's these footprints? I see. That doesn't exactly bode well for
Oh,
my identity.
you have footprints. That means you're the murderer. No.
Oh, who's this? Oh no. John
Right.
looks safe. I'm staying behind John.
Okay, I'm running.
He's the sheriff.
Spooky cave.
I like how scarecrows seem
Okay.
to appear in a lot of games. It should be like a recurring character.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers, yep. Strength behind John, who's got a gun. Come on, John. Yes. Yay.
Right.
Okay. Oh, Matt's come to join us. That's good. So we've got a couple more players. So okay, I am the sheriff again. So I think everyone should come to the train if you want to be safe. You guys
Train
still,
is the best
you
place.
still there? Okay. It's
We've had a Matt join us as well.
Yeah. Need to think of a way for you guys to prove your innocence to me.
I'm innocent.
There you go. I'm the sheriff.
Okay.
I am also the sheriff.
Well, I'm definitely the sheriff. So anyone who declares.
all innocent.
Oh, wait. Did Matt just pull out a cleaver?
Wait, Matt's got a cleaver. Matt's not innocent.
Hmm. Cool. Okay. I think Matt's probably just jumped in, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. That was pretty funny though. Okay, who's this? Dawn. You can always tell it's you because you got this like really cool glowing visor. Right, I'm innocent.
I'm innocent. Oh, I don't like all these sitting skeletons that are in the floor.
Okay, Matt's not pulled out a cleaver yet, so I think he's good.
If insta cleaver. What can you do with the money again?
Money works towards like the leaderboard, so I think it's just a
Oh, okay.
score type thing. Right, I'm going to follow you, Sean. I'm going to keep an eye on you.
oh, no.
Oh, I tried to get you both in one
Came
go.
out of nowhere.
Save me, whoever has the gun.
I killed him first.
Oh,
So now you need to find your own weapons to survive. Become a vigilante.
where
Come
are
on.
weapons?
I'm like very, very gradually catching up with you, I think.
Are you slightly faster than me?
No. I feel like I should.
Oh no, dead end!
I can't. I can just see bodies. I guess another
Someone
thing.
stop.
that might be worth mentioning. So we have like a sort of concept of the community content, so you can kind of package things up and share them to a community. So people can pull in things that you've made and put them into their own games. So I think the sort of CCTV system we're seeing here, I'm flicking through, was actually the one from Prop Hunt. So we made that one for Prop Hunt, and then the guys making this game thought, you know what, that'd be really cool. So they managed to pull it in, pull in the package that we created, which is actually a really nice way of sharing things that you actually have made.
Adam,
I can't hit you.
Oh no, I missed.
I don't know where a weapon is.
So yeah, so we did a bit of.
I accept my fate.
We did a bit of creation earlier. We've got sort of a small bit on coding there. We didn't do much coding. We kind of showed it off the editor, but there'll be more videos coming out sort of in the coming weeks, just around sort of slightly more like a deeper dive into the editor. So yeah, if you make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel, you'll be able to sort of get updated when those things come out. Hopefully by then, we can try and work out some of these sort of technical issues with the sort of the lag that we're seeing and the drop frames and the quality. So apologies for that for now, but hopefully by next time we can sort of start to work these things out.
Hang on, someone's still alive.
Someone must be hiding somewhere.
I spent all my time attacking Sean, only to see that John is standing here in his neon green top. Not anymore, John. Bad guys win.
Bad guys win.
Bad guys suck.
Okay, we'll go for another round, and maybe should we round this whole stream off where we started with a couple more rounds of Prop Hunt?
Yeah, sure.
I think we'll probably call it a day there. So final round, and we'll jump in for 2 or 3 rounds of Prop Hunt. So if anyone's got any more questions, feel free to shout them out in the chat now. But as I said, make sure you sort of subscribe over on the YouTube channel to sort of keep up with the updates as they come out in the coming weeks. Is that you, Adam, near the train?
I was near the train. Hello. No!
Oh no, that was so bad.
Hide in the little shop. No!
Oh wait, you're crap. Why can't I hit you?
I don't know.
There we go. Got you. Okay, guys, it's definitely not me. Who's this? Right, who's left? Sean. Sean, where are you? I'm scared. I need to hide.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, Matt missed. Oh, very good. Missed that first shot. Okay, cool. I think we should probably jump across to Prop Hunt for a couple of rounds. That's always good fun,
Yeah,
and there'll be people who miss that. So let's end it with 3 rounds of Prop Hunt, and then we'll be done.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So I hope everyone watching has sort of enjoyed what they've seen. Let us know what you think. I'm really excited to start seeing. Oh, I'm falling through the floor again in here. There we go.
You like disappearing?
Yeah, I've got a good habit of that. I think it's because my connection's struggling a little bit. Can I control in-game voice chat using scripts? So you won't be able to control the in-game voice chat, but we do have things like you could create or use a package that already exists, but you could create like a quick chat system. Oh, I'm the hunter. Hi, Adam.
Oh no.
I'll give you a chance to hide, that's fine. Yeah, so you could create sort of text chat options for players or sort of call outs and things using the UI. The one thing again, when we played this earlier, I wasn't actually the hunter, but we can see that now I'm in a first person perspective, so we can kind of control on a per client basis what camera players get. So in this case, the hunter has a first person camera and all the props a different camera. Someone is beeping around here somewhere. Is it you, Backpack? It is not Backpack. Oh, I saw someone running. Who's that? That looked like a Sean.
It's never a Sean.
Surely you're not this fridge. No.
Stop calling me Shirley.
Go in here. Hey, hey, you're not supposed to be moving. One down. Someone else just ran in here, I saw them. Okay. Hey, that RPG just moved.
Who are the dares that have an RPG in the office anyway?
Right, I'm looking for an RPG now. Oh, there it was. Come back
Bunny
here.
hop!
Right,
Oh no.
gotcha. Who's left? Just Adam. He was beeping around here somewhere.
Yeah, sorry, I got really distracted.
Oh, I won.
I think I'm still by the lift if you want to just shoot.
No, it's fine. I think I
No,
don't know
no,
if you...
please do.
No, I've got a hunter
Please
one.
just-
I assume it's finished.
Oh, okay.
I must have
I
shot
was
you
watching
in
the
the
stream. I forgot it was slightly behind.
crossfire or something. Cool. Yeah, it's catching. Yeah, there is voice chat, so voice chat will be sort of supported through sort of the social system. So again, hopefully in the coming weeks we'll get some more videos out to you, sort of slightly deeper dive on some of the more technical aspects. Okay, cool. So I'm now prop, so I'm gonna go and hide this time.
Crayta John.
Is the scripting language Lua? Yes. So all game scripts are written in Lua, and then sort of game UIs and things are written with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And on the Lua we have a sort of an API which is exposed, so it gives you a lot of power to sort of control your games. And again, we'll do a video at some point explaining a little bit of a deeper dive into that sort of thing. Oh, John.
Did John just kill you?
Yeah, I mean it was fine. I was just sat in the middle like a fool.
Are you on the CCTV now?
I am. Yep, I can see you standing
Yay.
there. Face palm, nice.
Oh no, I'm being shot at.
Are they hit? Did the hitbox change?
Oh. No, you've still got like the full character hitbox, so you can't be like a small prop and try and get away with being really hard to hit.
Oh, so John's the stormtrooper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I can see him. It's always fun on CCTV to try and find the props. Oh, I can see someone moving. There's a skeleton sliding around.
A skeleton, that's the worst prop.
Which camera are you looking at, Russ?
I don't know if John's listening, so it
Oh,
might give it
6.
away. But oh yeah,
Oh,
camera
sorry.
camera 6. Yeah. That's okay. He won't know that.
Yeah, just the camera, not which room.
Oh. I feel like we might have given it away.
Thing gave it away.
Sorry, Matt. Okay, cool. Right, we'll go for one more round then, and then we'll probably call that a day for the stream. So, okay. Thanks for everyone who's been watching. It's been really interesting. It's super exciting now that we've announced. Say it's a massive weight off our shoulders. So, get your questions in. We're going to be live for a couple more minutes, depending on how quick we finish this round.
I've got to be the hunter, and this is the last round for this stream, right? So I need to make the most of it.
Oh no.
Got to get you all. Right, well. Oh, Wait, what? 2 targets in one.
That's not fair.
I shot at the wheelchair prop, but I missed and hit someone else next
But
to it.
The wheelchair's giant.
Yeah, but I still somehow missed, Sean. You got to account for the fact that I can't aim.
Mhm.
All right, someone's beeping on my radar. Where are you? Ooh,
I'm scared to go out, but I'm gonna have to.
someone's very close. Oh, it's this giant box, of course. Here we go. Here we go.
No.
Caught in midair.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for joining in. Would have been a lot lonelier without you all. So great. Yeah. So this has been Crayta. We have activated some more videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check those out. We've got some showcase videos, which are sort of short interviews with some of the indie developers that we've had making some games for us. We've also got the trailers available on our channel. And make sure you sub. As I say, in the coming weeks, we're going to have all sorts of different content coming out. So that'll be sort of explaining more about Crayta, all sorts of various things like that. So brilliant. Thank you guys for helping. Thank you guys for watching. It's been really fun. And I think just to see the trailer out, we'll play the trailer one more time. See the stream out, we'll play the trailer one more time. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in another stream soon. And we'll work on the home broadband. So brilliant. Thank you everyone for watching. And thank you guys.
So the finale.